Everywhere you look, men are talking about their pain. They share it online. They wear it in conversations. They let it define them. But here's the truth. Talking about your pain does not make you stronger. Building from your pain does. Because the world doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about your wounds. It doesn't care about your endless stories of how life was unfair. The world cares about one thing: what you become, in spite of it. Pain is not a story. Pain is a weapon. When you only talk about your pain, you turn it into a cage. When you build from your pain, you turn it into a weapon. Your pain is raw material. It is fuel. It is iron waiting for the fire. And every time you complain instead of build, you waste it. The greatest men did not rise because life was kind. They rose because life broke them, crushed them, scarred them. Yet they turned every scar into armor, every wound into wisdom, every betrayal into strength. They didn't just talk about their pain. They built from it. Your pain is not special. This is the hard truth. You think your suffering is unique? You think your darkness is different? Look around. Everyone suffers. Everyone bleeds. Everyone carries scars you cannot see. The difference is simple. Some let pain drown them. Some let pain define them. And some turn pain into empire. Which one are you? The trap of talking. The more you talk about your pain, the more you relive it. The more you explain your trauma, the more it chains you. The more you seek sympathy, the weaker you become. Because sympathy doesn't heal. Attention doesn't rebuild. Only action does. You can spend years telling the world how unfair your life has been. Or you can spend those years building a life so strong, so undeniable, that your past pain becomes irrelevant. Pain demands a choice. When life breaks you, you have two options. Stay broken, and keep talking about it. Or use the pieces to build something stronger. Pain is not the end. Pain is the beginning. It is the hammer that can either shatter you, or forge you. If you stay stuck in the story of what hurt you, you remain a victim. If you build from it, you become untouchable. Every scar is a blueprint. Your scars are not for show. They are maps. Every betrayal you survived taught you something. Every failure you endured revealed a lesson. Every wound you healed gave you a new layer of resilience. Stop treating your scars like trophies of tragedy. Start treating them like blueprints for growth. Because scars don't mean you lost. Scars mean you lived. And living means you still have the power to build. The world honors builders, not complainers. History doesn't remember men who complained about their suffering. History remembers men who transformed suffering into greatness. Nobody studies the life of a man who whined. But the names of those who built from their pain echo for centuries. They took betrayal and built empires. They took poverty and built wealth. They took humiliation and built glory. That is why the world respects them. Because they did not stay stuck in their story. Your pain is fuel. Do you know why pain is powerful? Because it awakens parts of you comfort never could. When you are hurt, you see truth. When you are betrayed, you see people clearly. When you are broken, you meet yourself. And that meeting, that moment when you face the raw version of yourself, can either crush you or free you. If you let it free you, pain becomes the jet fuel for your rise. Nobody respects complaints. Let me be blunt. Nobody respects a man who keeps repeating his suffering. Nobody respects a man drowning in self-pity. Respect is built when you show what you've done with your suffering. Respect is built when you walk into the world stronger. sharper, more disciplined, because of your pain. When you stop explaining yourself, and let your rebuilt self do the talking. Stop talking. Start building. You've told your story enough times. You've explained your pain enough times. Now it's time to shut your mouth and put your hands to work. Build your body. Build your discipline. Build your empire. Build your character. Let every brick you lay be placed with the anger, betrayal, and heartbreak you once carried. Turn your tears into steel. Turn your heartbreak into hunger. Turn your pain into a fortress no storm can break. The transformation of pain. Understand this. Pain will never leave you. But pain can be transformed. When you stop talking and start building, pain stops being a chain and becomes a crown. Because the same thing that almost destroyed you can become the very thing that makes you unstoppable. Pain was never meant to end you. It was meant to transform you. Final truth. The next time you feel like talking about your pain, stop and ask yourself, what am I building from it? What am I creating from it? What am I becoming because of it? Because men are not remembered for their wounds. They are remembered for what they built out of their wounds. Stop talking about your pain. Build from it. And when the world looks at you years from now, they won't see the tragedy. They won't see the betrayal. They won't see the tears. They will only see the empire. And they will whisper, "This man built his greatness out of his suffering." And that is the only story worth telling.